Hey guys, it's Dark here. I've been playing a ton of the Modern Warfare Z. Neko's finally got the game, so me and them have been playing a bit. I'll probably drop some recordings of that sooner or later. I thought I'd drop a little video here because I found a couple of these missions in this game a little bit difficult, solely because some things are just really hard to find. As you can see here in the clips in the background, I'm blowing up a lot of zombies, because apparently you get chunks of meat by blowing up zombies. And you see right here, I just got done using a monkey bomb. And when I clear out these guys with this grenade right here, it drops no meat at all. And I go over here to where the monkey bomb is, and there's like one piece of meat. So I used 2 Simtex and a monkey bomb, and I got a single piece of meat. I've probably killed like 30 zombies. And I was like, well, okay, I need 2. See, that's the thing, is like I feel safe with 2. And the reason why 2 works, because if you put 4 in there, then the dog just dies. It just explodes. If you put 1 to 3 in there, then you get a chance. 2 to 3 is your best chance, generally. 3 is your guaranteed, 2 is your high chance, and 1 is your probability. And you see, I just blew up that massive group of zombies, no more flesh. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it, because I thought this dude was gonna steal it from me, so I was like, you know what, let me just see what happens. So I dropped it in there, and I got lucky, it gave it to me. So those things are really difficult to find. Like, it's really weird how the explosions work, getting the flesh from them. What I'm doing here is the refuel 3 vehicles mission, which admittedly was not a very difficult mission, but when it says 3 different vehicles, it does not mean 3 different vehicles, it means 3 different kinds of vehicles, which it doesn't specify, which I actually tested that because I had 2 ATVs there, and I tried both of them, and only one of them counted, so I had to get 3 different kinds of vehicles. For a moment, I thought I had to go to 3 different gas stations, because he says, like, the guy says something about trying different gas stations, but I just did it all at the same gas station, and it worked just fine. So that's good. I will say, though, that I don't know if I'm the only one who's noticed this, because I swear to God, they've patched like 3 patches of this game already, I think, and I've not seen a single person mention the fact that the garage doors, which you can see over there on the right, the garage doors textures are invisible, okay? There's a collider there, and there's a mission that will send you there to open the garage door and pull the truck out, but the garage doors themselves are invisible for some reason. And oh my god, like I was okay with it when like the game first launched, and I was like, whatever. But now I'm pissed because that is the most obvious bug in the world. How the fuck is it not fixed yet? There's no way they don't know about it. They 100% know it's there, and somehow they're just not fixing it for some reason. And it shouldn't be a hard bug to fix either, okay? As someone who has worked on video games, it should not be a hard bug to fix when you have a simple texture that is transparent. Or whatever it is they have that's causing it to be transparent. Okay. So, upon doing that, I got into the, what's it called? The turret mission, which is the main point of this video, is the turret mission. And I was like, that'll be easy, I'll just do a couple, spore places. And the reason why I had that thought is because I played a lot of this before I did this mission. I kind of put this mission off for last because I didn't really care about it that much. There was one that I was trying to do that was harder. But I would run across the circuit boards on, like, very specific missions. And it would always be spore missions that I would find them. So I was like, well, I'll find these just fine, just easy. Whenever someone on the map was like, I need them, I just go real quick and I'd find them really easily. So I'm like, oh, I know just how to find these. I think I did 5 different Spore missions and didn't find a single one. And I think I realized that it's not just a Spore mission. You don't have to do just one of these missions. You have to do a Spore-infested stronghold or a normal house that is near a turret. So it has to be, like, close to a turret. And you'll see, like, as I go through this one, and I kind of spend forever clearing this out. Good loot, though. Like, I mean, these things are always fun to clear out with some good loot and stuff. But not at all what I was looking for in here. I was greatly upset when I did get through this stronghold, cause it did take me a while. Like, it's a big stronghold. Like, the infested strongholds are a chore to take care of, especially if you're playing solo, which I do occasionally play solo. I know I have friends, but I am also a loner, so it's weird. It's actually really weird. I'm not entirely sure why I play this solo, because DMZ, even if I didn't have friends with me, I would still play, like, I would matchmake. But in this, I don't like to matchmake, like, at all, like, which is why I had to beg Neko to buy the game, because there's some missions that were just really hard, and I couldn't seem to do them on my own, so I needed someone that I actually wanted to play with. For some reason, I was just so opposed to matchmaking in this specific game for some reason. And even, like, when I did it once, and it wasn't by choice. The game glitched, and it put me into matchmaking when I told it no. And I just rolled with it, and I was like, whatever. And then I never again. Like, nothing bad happened. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, nothing bad happened. But I was just like, yeah, no, this is a solo game. For some reason, to me, this is a solo game. And it's fun. It's fun solo. A lot of people were really worried that it wouldn't be possible solo. But first and second tier are highly possible solo. The only thing that's difficult solo, really, is the mercenaries, and as long as you have the right equipment and you deal with them accordingly, then they're not difficult to deal with. The only mission that becomes difficult for the mercenaries is something that requires you to do it fast, because when you're solo, you need to take the mercenaries slow and tactically, and then you could just, you know, deal with them like they're players, basically. Unless you suck at multiplayer, then I don't know what to tell you. Oh yeah, that's right. I was searching the whole stronghold up and down at the end there, looking for where that thing spawned. Like, when you complete it, it spawns a drop for you. And I didn't know what it spawned for me, so I was looking high and low in that whole place for it. And, it despawned right as I got to the bottom level where it probably spawned at. I had a train of thought, and I lost it, and I don't feel like scrolling back to recording to figure out what it was, because I'm lazy. Anyways, we're gonna move on to new topic, I guess. Okay, so one of the strongest, or the hardest things to do solo in this game is to clear an ether extract contract. And the reason for that is you're kind of forced into, I need to get to I have a time limit, number one. Number two, I need to get to these locations, and I need to stand still in this location. So you kind of got to clear enough of the bots out and stand still in the location, and you got to also watch out for... There are some actually really annoying bots in this game that weren't in DMZ. Specifically, the snipers are freaking insane, to be honest. The distance at which they can fuck you up is like crazy. Like one time I was like, oh my god, why am I dying? I'm getting hit, and then I realized I was being sniped from a sniper on a water tower like halfway across the map. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, they're crazy. The other guy is like, I think they're called scouts? I'm not entirely sure, but they run around with like swords and guns, like little pistols. But they do hella ton of damage, and they'll like sneak up on you. They're like silent as fuck. They'll just like pop out of nowhere and fuck you up. And in a mission where you're like forced to stand still, like they surprise the fuck out of you. So that mission's the only one that I had a ton of trouble with. And then I picked up a grenade launcher and was clearing 4 to 5 of them per game, and realized that it was just because I wasn't using a gun that was suitable to clearing out crowds of idiots that just stand around a point. But, you know, I mean, right equipment for the right job, I guess, is just the kind of lesson there, I think. What ended up happening here was I got through, I think this was my 4th? Yeah, I think this was my 4th infested area that I did in a row. And I got in here after accomplishing this one, and actually pulled a circuit board. However, it wasn't one with a ammo mod on it, which, and this is actually important, I didn't realize this because I don't read. I did read it, but I read it properly the first time, and that was a long time ago, and each consecutive time I skimmed over it, so I didn't remember this, but it does say with circuit boards with ammo mod. And that is important because a circuit board without an ammo mod will not count towards the completion of the mission. Which, I mean, that obviously, I mean, duh, but do keep that in mind and don't get super excited about your just generic circuit board like I did. Got over here and was like, yay, I got one! The game's about to end. I was not expecting to get, because of how many of those I did in a row, I was not expecting to find anything this game. Because I was like, oh, I'm actually have to go again. And then it's gonna be now I understand why people are constantly asking if anyone else has one. Because like what used to happen is people would just ask, and my thoughts at this point were, oh, they have a reduced drop rate when you're looking for them. Because some games will do that, where like when you have a mission to go look for it, it'll reduce the drop rate so that it's harder to find. And then once like you don't need it anymore, suddenly it's everywhere. Maybe that's just an RNG thing that it like feels like that, and maybe that's never been an actual mechanic in a game, but like it feels like it. I feel like most people can relate to that feeling of shoot. Oh, you know what? I actually can confidently say that there are games that exist in. So I think in GTA, if you find like generally you'll see a lot of cars that are very similar on the street. And very rarely you'll see like a expensive car. Something like a sports car or an off-roader or something unique in comparison to the riffraff that's on the street. Once you get in that car, once you like steal that car, then you'll just see that car everywhere. And you'll also see other cars in its class start spawning. And alternatively, as you go higher in the like, you'll keep getting higher and higher until you get like some of the best cars in the game that are spawning. But it staggers like that, where once you got it, then suddenly it's everywhere, which it always felt so weird. Like, you'd get in a car, and you'd be like, oh my god, I found the only one in the city, and then suddenly, oh my god, everyone has one now. Now my car's not cool anymore. Oh, little 12-year-old Nathaniel hated that. It's like, why? I wanted to be special. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's whatever. I don't really play GTA anymore. And it's not just because I bought GTA 5 on PS3 and it didn't transfer over and I was never willing to buy it again. I'm sure GTA 5 on the PS4 is a great game, as it's had many, many DLC updates and all sorts of crap. But for the record, I already spent $60 on that game and I don't want to do it again. So that's why I don't play GTA 5. Because I don't want to buy it again. You know, Minecraft's the only game that I'm willing to buy 3 times in a row, and yes, oh my god, I've bought it 3 times in a row. And, for the record, only one of those was console version. The other 2... Oh, actually, it might have been 4 times. There might have been 3 consecutive times that I have purchased it on PC. Because, for some reason, my account keeps disappearing. Well, not necessarily disappearing. Like, my account still exists, but my owning of Minecraft disappears. So it's like... And if you look right here, I'm gonna close the Minecraft topic real quick. I just found the first, I think, cryo freeze ammo mod. And as you could probably tell when I first got to this stronghold, it's right next to the gun. You can even still see it on the minimap. And I found 2 ammo mod circuit boards in that stronghold that's infested stronghold that's right next to the gun. And then there's another infested stronghold that's like a little bit over. I got really lucky because I managed to find 2. And then I found another infested area over there. Just a little jump cut straight to the action. And then I cleared this one out real quick, and what do you know? I found another one in here. So, my hypothesis here, and this is a hypothesis, it's not like, I don't know for sure, because obviously I haven't done extensive testing. I've just noticed that for some reason you're more likely to find circuit boards when clearing spore locations. But it didn't feel like it was just spore locations, because I cleared a bunch of spore locations and I didn't find any. But then the second I started clearing spore locations next to a turret, I started finding them. So I think they have a high drop rate inside spore chests near a turret gun, like specifically those chests, in the proximity of a turret gun, basically. So I guess the basic gist of it is, if you are struggling with this mission specifically, which I feel like a lot of people are, from what I've seen, a lot of people can't seem to find these things. They're really easy to find as long as you go straight to the gun and then look at infested areas around the gun. And if you can't find any around one gun, go to another gun. But that'll just raise your chances of finding them to the highest. I got like 100%, well actually I got 150% accuracy. Out of the 2 places I found 3. So I would consider that a pretty good haul. And I managed to complete 2 missions in this game, which was nice. As you can see, I'm playing a whole lot better than I did during my first stream. So everything's going great there. But no, like, most definitely, this game mode has been really fun. Like, lots of enjoyment from this game mode. And I will definitely be playing with friends in the future, and hopefully I can get some parties together, 3 people, all with mics. I know Neko doesn't normally talk. Maybe one day. At this point, I'm trying to get Neko to become my, like, duo, because I really enjoy doing things with Neko, and Neko's really fun to play games with. So I'm trying to get them to be open to using their mic on, because I know it's more entertaining when you can hear both of us rather than just one of us. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here. It was nice seeing you guys again. I guess I'll see y'all around. Like, subscribe and like the video or something, you know. The stuff you do when you like content, I guess.